Well, if you do a search for Daniel Ricciardo, you will see a plethora of articles all talking about the same sort of thing. Is Daniel Ricciardo past his best? Is he over the hill? Not worth F1 seat, claims paddock veteran. Ricciardo's best days in F1 behind him. Treading water on Red Bull return. Performance is just not there. And these are articles that are not necessarily wrong. I mean, I think that Daniel Ricciardo hasn't had the best start to the season, and he has been struggling for a couple of years. But is this kind of criticism warranted? Let's have a look at it a little bit further and have a bit of a deep dive into it. Now, I have a soft spot for Daniel Ricciardo. He's always been one of those drivers that's, a bit larger than life. He's always had a fantastic, he's a great smile. He's charismatic. He's funny. He's joking around. He's been one of the F1 drivers since I've been watching it many years that I've really kind of taken to. Has it come to the time now where he has to consider hanging up his helmet and retiring from the game? Two Formula F1 legends have issued stark criticism of Daniel Ricciardo. I mean, obviously he started this year with the new Red Bull second team, and he's made a few mistakes. He's not done as well as everyone thought he was going to do, or indeed he thought he was going to do. Ricciardo has taken the Fresnel-based outfit into a new era, with the team having rebranded from the AlphaTauri name. Red Bull's sister outfit had been hoping to prove that they can stand on their own 2 feet as a serious competitor. However, the season has started with 2 pointless races, with Ricciardo only managing 13th and 16th respectively. 34-year-old's battle with Yuki Tsunoda had been expected to be one of the most exciting teammate battles on the grid in 24, with the seat alongside Max Verstappen at Red Bull potentially up for grabs. Despite this, neither have performed particularly well, with F1 legend Eddie Jordan suggesting that Ricciardo may need to focus on trying to stay in the sport beyond of this season, rather than any talk of a Red Bull drive. He said, I don't think there's a more loved personality in F1. You see, this is what I've said. I agree with you, Eddie Jordan. Not always I agree with him, but I agree with him on this. Certainly got the best smile I have ever seen in F1. He's a magic guy to have in a team, but that doesn't give you the right to be the driver in the team, and I'm just worried at the end of the McLaren era was really something that stood out, and I couldn't see where he'd lost it. Well, I have to agree. There's been nothing since then that convinces me that I would want to invest my hard-earned sponsorship cash to keep Daniel. He needs a result more than anyone, perhaps. He needs to get it together, because otherwise he's going to be replaced. He can understand why he would be replaced, because the performances are just not there. He shouldn't be spinning the car. He shouldn't be putting himself out of sequence at the pit stop. You don't see Max doing that. You don't see other people doing that. Daniel, as much as we adore him and think he's a huge asset for F1, the stopwatch never lies. And, well, I guess you have to agree, don't you? He's not had the best start to this season. He's been a bit on and off for a couple of years now, and I as much as I like him as well, I think he's a great guy, great personality. You have to think to yourself, is this time now for Daniel Ricciardo to step down? But because there was a time when everyone loved Daniel Ricciardo, and things are turning against him now, and I think that there could be a problem going forward if if this continues. Then the second Red Bull team, I'm not going to say their actual name because it's a bit of a ridiculous name, the second Red Bull team, I'm going to call them, they are going to be looking at this and thinking, what do we need to do to change this? How can we bring somebody in that could potentially do a good job for us? I mean, I'm not going to say Oliver Bearman, but that could be. I know he's a bit too young to be taken on a drive straight away, but I'm just putting the name out there. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comment section. Do you think that Ricciardo's days are numbered? Do you think it's only a matter of time now before he gets replaced at Red Bull number 2? Or do you think that actually this is just unfair criticism and he's still got it and he just needs a bit of time to get things right? Let me know down in the comment section what you think, as always.